Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, or whenever you're joining today in this Roar Week of meditations. I'm Jay Al Dragomir. So, yesterday I talked about trust, and you might want to go back and listen to that. Today I'm going to sort of continue with that very same theme of trusting ourselves and what that means, as it is a self nourishing act that you do when you trust yourself. And that brings me to, how do we nourish ourselves? So maybe you nourish yourself by being in the garden, or meditation, prayer. But I want you to think about being in nature right now and what that means to be in nature and really connected to Mother Earth. Because when we're connected to the very thing that gives us life, when we're connected to the earth, then we really expand our awareness. And you may even want to try meditating outside. We are lucky enough to live in an area where we can go outside most of the year. So you may want to try walking on the earth, digging in the dirt, uh, being around plants and animals and nature to just help self. And because that's what all of meditation does, right? It helps us to calm. And this week has been focusing on self-transcending, and all of the major categories of meditation are good. Focused attention, when you're in 20 to 50 hertz, Zen Buddhism, Qigong, those are focused attention. And open monitoring, where it's non-reactive and everything can be meditation. It's mindfulness, vipassana. But self-transcending is when we transcend into pure consciousness. And that doesn't happen. It's not going to happen every time you sit and use your mantra to get into meditation. But the more you do it, the easier it could become, or the more your brain starts going into coherence more readily. Now, that's not going to happen in this linear fashion. So you might be having experiences right now today that are just awesome. Your whole brain is lighting up. You can feel the coherence. You're feeling more peaceful. Maybe you even have this peak experience, as they call them. And then next time, it may be that your mind runs on and runs on and runs on with thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. And it comes to the end of the 20 minutes and you're going, what did I do? I just thought. The mantra will still be there. The mantra will take you deeper in. And how you feel when you come back out is going to be what is this process that's not just these 20 minutes that you spend once or twice a day in meditation, but it's what carries you throughout the day. So, in your waking experience, have the subject, the object, and the observing object. Well, in pure consciousness, we have pure awareness. This isn't taking you off in some direction where you don't know what's going on about you. It's not a hypnotic state. You are fully aware and fully conscious of everything that's going on around you. So you could meditate at the beach and you'd be fine. You could meditate in the park and you'd be fine. You can meditate anywhere. I remember, I meditated on the New York subway when I lived in New York City. There's always time and space where you can go to your meditation. And that builds, as long as you do that, then you start trusting yourself, because you know that you can do that and you will do that. And that's nourishing yourself. And when we nourish ourselves, we start loving ourselves. So, what does self love really mean? It means we're in total acceptance of who we are. We're in complete gratitude for who we are. We have all of our wonderful qualities, and all of those qualities that we think aren't lovable, that sometimes we're called our shadow. I say that in shadow. But those qualities that we think aren't lovable, if you say to someone else what those qualities are that you think no one could love me knowing this, they'll just go, "What? No big deal." So when we love those unlovable qualities, those things that we think are unlovable, we include, that shadow part. So when we love our shadow, it helps us remove any negativity associated with it. It softens the heart. It reduces our negative self-talk. So by loving our parts of us that we think are unlovable, that energy that is tied up in repressing that part of ourselves suddenly becomes accessible, and we explode into new creative energy. Now, by new creative energy, I'm not talking about just being an artist or a writer, a painter, a pianist, a musician of any kind, or a singer or a dancer. There's creativity in being a parent. There's creativity in everything we do if we allow it. And the more your brain is in coherence, the more it can rest, the more creative you can be. So life is always going to reward us when we're in total acceptance of ourselves. And this acceptance allows us to be fully present. So when we're fully present, we don't worry about yesterday. We don't worry about things that are going to come. We don't worry about yesterday. So bring that self-love in today and every day. Stop the chatter that says, I'm not good enough. I'm too this, I'm too that. It probably comes from some mental construct that you heard someone that you respected and loved say at some point. And you took it on as truth, but that was a reflection of how they felt about themselves. So as we accept ourselves totally, wholly, completely, with warts and what we consider to be, unlovable, when we accept even that part of ourselves, we come into who we truly are. And that's a beautiful place to be. So let me remind you about your mantra that I've given you that comes from the Vedas. It's written in Sanskrit. It's not a word, it's a sound. It's just a sound. And the sound that I've given you is Shri Brzi. 2 words, SHREEBRZEE. Shri Brzi. And when you start to say the mantra, you just say it silently to yourself and you repeat it. There's no number of how many times you have to say it. There's no way to say it. You don't have to shout it. You can just very quietly let it come in. Come into that space in your mind that is ready to accept every part of yourself, that part of your mind that is ready and willing and wants to jump and dive into that coherence and that self acceptance, that self love, that pure state of consciousness. So we'll begin the practice by sitting quietly, comfortably. Doesn't matter how you sit. You can sit in a chair, you can sit on a couch, you can sit with your legs crossed. It's better to sit than lay down. I'll talk about sleep next time. So sitting comfortably, just relax and in about 30 seconds, just start saying the mantra to yourself quietly. If a thought comes, just watch it, let it go, no judgment. The mantra will come up again, and then it will go away again, and it will come again. Just have trust that the mantra is going to be there. So I'll be quiet and I'll return in 20 minutes. So know that for the next 20 minutes, be with your mantra as often as possible. No strain, no stress. So we'll see you in 20. All right. Let's just ease off that mantra and sit quietly with your eyes closed for about another minute. So now, when you're ready, open your eyes, wiggle your fingers slowly, wiggle your toes, lift your shoulders up, let them fall. Come back into this awareness, your everyday life awareness. I hope that was easy and comfortable for you as you carry this throughout your day and into your life. And just loving yourself fully, totally, completely, and in gratitude for who you are. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.